what we can do with the line segment that is connected between the two midpoints of your triangle. We noticed when we measured these two lengths that the length of BC was twice the length of DE. Let's see what other things that does to this triangle. When we look at this little triangle here at the top, we can construct an interior and then measure its area. When we measure the area of this triangle, we discover that it is 24.52 centimeters squared. Now let's look at what the area of the whole triangle was. If we look at the whole big triangle and then measure that area, we discovered that the area of the whole triangle was quite a bit larger. Now let's see if we divide one by the other. Let's see what we get as a ratio. So if we take the big triangle and divide it by the little triangle, we find out that they're in the ratio of 1 to 4. So one little triangle fits in the whole big triangle. Well, this starts to make a little bit of sense because we knew that the base of the little triangle was half as long as the base of the big triangle. And if I look at the height of this little triangle, let's just set that up. We can find the height of this little triangle. We found the height of the little triangle was, let's change the color here for you, was 5.23, whereas the height of the big triangle was 10.45. So we notice that the height of the big triangle is twice as tall as the height of the little triangle. And if your height is twice as tall and your base is twice as long, your area is going to be 4 times longer because 2 times 2 is 4. And we can check that by figuring out what the area of this quadrilateral is. Let's see what the area of this base quadrilateral is here. We find out the area of this quadrilateral, we can figure out that it is, let me just change the color here so you can see it. It is right here, 73.57. And let's compare the area of this quadrilateral to the area of the little triangle. So let's take the area of the quadrilateral and divide it by the area of the little triangle. And we notice that that little triangle would go into that quadrilateral 3 times, which kind of makes sense. So let's just see how that would work. So if I, for instance, drew some lines here, if I pick the midpoint of this bottom side and drew some lines here, I end up with 4 triangles. Let me just hide this line for you. Okay, so notice that I have a triangle on the top, another triangle, another triangle, and another triangle. All of those triangles are the same. They're just sort of rotated or flipped around so that they fit into the big triangle. And notice that it takes 4 little triangles to make one big triangle. So this line joining the midpoints on the triangle divides the height of the big triangle in half, and it is half as long as the base of the triangle. So it divides the area into 1/4 of the area is the top triangle, and 3/4 of the area is this bottom quadrilateral. Let me just change the color here for you, and you can see, right? This top triangle is 1/4, and the bottom quadrilateral is 3/4. All right, thank you.